So I want to give you guys an introduction to one of our newer, more expanded projects, which are called Cayman Brac Iguanas, or Cayman Brac Iguanas, or Cayman Island Iguanas, Cyclura, Nubila Caymanensis, which come from the not Grand Cayman, is it?
Cayman Brac and Lesser
Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac Islands. Very specific animals. These are the younger ones. These are yearlings, 1.5 old. That was a yawn. You see that? Did you guys see that? Really, really attractive animals. Very omnivorous in their diet. They love mealworms. I throw superworms in there. They go crazy. I throw bananas in there. They flip out. I throw greens in there. They eat them up. And they even eat dried iguana and tortoise diet, Purina. They really like eating these animals, and when you get them as young ones, they're usually fairly tame. As you can see, they have a really beautiful variation. This one has more of a wider head, which would suggest it's more of a lesser Cayman. That lower island, which we're going to show you guys what they look like as adults. Let me show you some of the larger ones that we have. And you see what happens when they get their secondary sexual characteristics. Now, an interesting thing about the Cayman Brac is they're very varied in size. You've got some of them that are 4 or 5 year adults, and bigger than that are still only 2 foot, and then we got a couple that are 4 or 5 foot. You also see they get the really pretty orange on the neck that female does over there. Notice the dewlap area has a real light cream color to it. That's kind of his signaling. Really pretty blues to the head, nice tiger stripe, and you see how it fades down into that red burgundy-ish color. Really attractive animals. Doesn't want me to touch him. It is the middle of summer, or beginning of summer, depending on where you're at.
They're handling their business.
And they're handling their business. We currently have about a dozen females right now, guys. And we started them out as babies in small cages, 20-gallon long. Get them started eating and getting fed up that way. Look at this female and male couple here. Really, like I said, they're really into eating. Even though we feed them currently every day because it is the middle of summer, every day they eat like they haven't eaten in a week. Real pretty. Look at the yellows on this one here. Some of the larger ones we have, their heads get completely white, as you'll see. Now, I want you to see the distance from the top of the head to the end of the nose. And that's how the Cyclura nutballs like me, that's how you tell one from another. What's a Cayman, what's a Grand Cayman, what's a Lesser Cayman, what's a Cuban Rock, and so forth and so on, is that distance from the point of the nose. Some of them are more elongated and their head scales are more stretched out, and they've got it down obviously to a science because you want to be able to identify the animals, but there are certain blood tests you could also do to them as well to make sure that you have what you're paying for and what you're getting. Generally as well, like I said, as you raise these things in captivity, they really are quite a tame animal. Let me show you guys something. This is one of our larger small pairs, and this is what I mean. So this animal, believe it or not, is 5 years old, but it's only about 2 foot long, maybe a little bigger. You want that plant? It's got to be torture. I let one of the weeds outside his cage grow up too high, and he's sitting there wanting to eat it and couldn't reach it.
Utilitarian too. You can have them mowing your lawn.
I don't like that word. It's a big word. It's a little beyond me.
So,
So, but then again, you also have this bloodline that some of them, for some reason that only God can tell us, grew up quite large. Let me show you guys. Some of you guys that follow our videos know what I'm heading to. We got a lizard we call GFK. Apparently it's some rapper, and Mike named it. Is that you that named it?
I named it.
So how did you know who Ghostface Killer is?
You know, I'm a 90s guy. You know, I grew up the...
Oh, is he from the 90s?
Yeah, Wu-Tang.
Oh, is he from Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Wu-Tang. I don't even know who Wu-Tang is.
It's a clan.
It's a clan.
That's why they call them the Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, so the true lesser caiman also happens to be much bigger, much more colorful. And as I said, tamer. Now you have two here. You got the girl and the boy. The girl we call swayback because she has this little bump in her back, but she's loaded with eggs right now, so you really can't see it.
And crap, evidently.
And she just decided to let go.
Oh. Oh. Evidently, Ghost doesn't like Nora.
Nora, get out of here.
Yeah, don't let her. No. Wait, Ghost, chill, buddy.
It's the time of the year that they are breeding, and they have pretty nasty teeth. If they wanted to bite you, they really could. And you want to be really careful right now. But just to see the type of animal you're dealing with here. It's such a pretty animal. They could be so almost friendly, almost dog-like. I mean, this animal is excess of 5 foot. Look at the amazing, amazing colors on him. Guys, there is only a few animals in the world that can compare. Sorry, I stepped on his tail. You got red shoes on.
Yep. These guys are only about 300 left, supposedly, on the Lesser Cayman Island as well.
So if you are looking for a pet, varied in size, really tame, hard to get, be something that not all your neighbors have, Lesser Cayman from the lower Cayman Islands. The characteristics are more of a whiter head, more of a greater banding, blues down the side. I ain't going near your girlfriend, relax. You can't go wrong with a Cayman Brac.